What were the business drivers and decisions that inspired you to consider the BPO option, and why the Philippines?
Good question. I think a whole host of reasons. I mean, I guess, we were a startup business. We're a technology company with our head office in Australia. Like all startups, some of us are maybe a little bit underfunded, and looking at the BPO option was certainly something that we'd considered as part of the overall business strategy. We found that the time zone was really good because it basically lines up with WA time, so that works well for us. And most importantly for us was also being able to service our client base, because we use staff in the customer success area as well.
And would you say the education level and the level of English in the Philippines was a driver as well?
No question at all. Being in the Philippines and understanding and conversing a lot with Filipinos, it's much easier, obviously.
What would you say the top 5 challenges you've faced in your business while heading along this path? What is your advice to others considering the Philippines as an option?
Look, I think the key thing really is making sure that you've got your processes right. I think leading with your first hire here obviously is an important one. It's always important to get that first hire right. Someone that may be a little bit more senior, so it might cost you a little bit more money, but someone who's committed, a little bit older perhaps, can potentially assume like a leadership role or a team leadership role, but also process documentation, onboarding documentation, all of those things, and just getting those expectations right, which is no different to what you do hiring in Australia, locally, or any country for that matter. But really making sure that you've got your structures in terms of the way that your business needs to run, and having the staff complement there to be able to support the particular roles that they're actually performing.
Well, that kind of leads me into what sort of roles were you sourcing when you first started out, and how has that changed over the years since working with the Philippines?
So developers were the first. Following on from that was customer success and testing. And we have tried different roles that haven't quite worked for us. And that's okay. Well, it would have cost us a hell of a lot more making those mistakes in Australia than what it did here in the Philippines.
Absolutely.
It's always hard to find good candidates, and the Philippines is no different. It's about the teachable fit.
Look, your business has scaled significantly since we first met.
Yeah.
Which is great to see. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How would you say then BSA has worked out for you, being an exceptional service provider?
BSA have aligned to our processes in that regard. In fact, they've adopted a lot of those processes themselves. They've got great initiatives. The cost of the service that we get for what we get here was extremely affordable.
So, Paul, how would you describe the facilities here at BSA?
And this office is first class. Like, honestly, it's got its own catering facilities, plenty of fridge room. Transport's close. It's close to the PUV terminal. It's just handy. It's in a great spot.